opposition parties in Cameroon. Search your conscience and see if you are prepared to run for the 2025 presidential election. If you are not, I prefer you stay out. If all opposition parties stay out, for all to know and understand that Cameroon is a one-party system, it will be better for the people of Cameroon than you people moving and causing confusion. Time will come in 2025 when nobody will hear anything. It will be ping, 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 all kind of flag and all kind of dresses all over Cameroon, causing confusion, causing people to create enmity with other people for nothing, in which you know deep in your heart that you have not done any work. How many villages as an opposition party have you gone to encourage them to register so that they can vote for the next presidential election? In 2025, many of you will be coming out, causing confusion and accusing the CPDM of electoral fraud, in which you don't even know who have registered. Even your wife in the house that you are with, you don't even know whether the wife or your children or your relatives have registered for the election. But you'll be expecting people to vote for. Let me tell you today that not up to 10 or 8 million Cameroonians have registered for for the upcoming presidential election. And if 8 million people have registered, not nearly 7 million or 6 million are CPDM militants. And then you will be expecting them to vote for you, then you are stupid. You are not prepared. That is the truth. And you cannot change anything in Cameroon because you are not different from the CPDM. There are 368 opposition parties in Cameroon. If you add the CPDM there will be 369 political parties in Cameroon. There is a political crisis in Cameroon called the Anglophone crisis, which in 2017 turned into an Amazonia crisis, in which more than 10,000 people have been brutally killed. More than 250 villages deserted, burnt down, and more than 1.something million people pushed below poverty line. Yet, we have all these people moving up and down, calling themselves politicians, leaders of political party. People moving up and down, causing confusion all over the country. Yet, this is a political issue. The government failed to tackle the issue. They hold on to the military option and instead fought for the opposition party to show example on how to solve that particular problems. They are sitting in their hideout, waiting for the government to invite them, and they will go and wear big dresses in Yaoundé, calling themselves that they have been invited for the Grand National Dialogue. And they left the Grand National Dialogue in 2019 with nothing. But the crisis keep on going. From that time up to now, after the 2018 presidential election, many of them were moving, like somebody like Maurice Kanto, moving from one place to another, one nation to another, calling himself president-elect. During that period, going from one court to another. But something serious going on in the country. All this party, none of them came up with a concrete solution to the problem plaguing Cameroon and Southern Cameroon in particular. No one. And then you claim and you are holding and you are already showing your hate now that you want to run for the 2025 presidential election. Cameroon is a one-party system. All of you who are there, that you are leaders of opposition party, as just power monger. I quite remember when Maurice Kanto went to Europe, whether it was in Europe or in America, but out of the country, when he was moving around saying he's president-elect, I quite remember when the Amazonia came to meet him, he asked them if they comes with anything Amazonia, he will not attend to them. Then I asked myself, this is somebody who wants to take over power from President Pobia. And then this is an issue that he himself have mentioned it, that they need an inclusive dialogue to solve that particular problem. But he denied. What is an inclusive dialogue? Is to bring everybody on the table. Whether that person is wearing green, whether that person is for Federation, whether that person is for German Cameroon, whether that person is for Southern Cameroon, whether that person is for Amazonia, whether that person is for whatsoever kind of Cameroon, you need to bring that person to. But he said he don't want to see. He doesn't want to see Amazonia with their flag. If they want to come, they should come like Cameroonian. Meaning, if he is take over power, he will still be like President Pobia. He will not invite the leaders of Amazonia to talk with them. And the killing will keep on. I look at the Social Democratic Front. And I give so much respect to Nijon Frode. He stood there. He saw it. He do everything possible. Propose solution. But because maybe he was already of age, he never have that idea to call for a dialogue, the social democratic dialogue, to solve the Anglophone crisis, to show an example. But he hand over before then to Osi Joshua, who was already acting as vice president, vice chairperson, but never show up and any interest toward the party. There are many political opposition parties in Cameroon, but no one of them has ever shown an interest that you travel to Southern Cameroon to see for yourself, or even struggle by all possible means to have contact, to talk with the Amazonian leaders, so that you people can start doing the dialogue and the negotiation behind. No one. They are afraid if you do it. If an opposition party is afraid, how more of the common people? This is the question I'm asking all these opposition parties that are already showing their hate now. I'm calling their educational qualification. I have done this, I have done that, I have gone to this school, I have gone to this school. Nah, to rule Cameroon does not need an educational qualification. It needs somebody who is educated about life. Somebody who understood what life is all about. Somebody who understood the operation of the CPDM. That is what is needed in Cameroon. Whether that person is an illiterate, that person has never gone to school, but if that person can break the CPDM, that is the person we need. You sit in your high out. You are an opposition party. And if your opponent, the CPDM, invites you, you will snap pictures and put on all social media to show to us that you are dealing with big people, so minister. And that is the manipulation. And that is what the CPDM understood. And they are putting and pressing